We'll start chapter 4. So before we start, I want you to understand two concepts first. What are variables? Variables are x and y, or z, or whatever, any alphabets. That's called variables. What are coefficients? Coefficients are the numbers. You already know this. Okay, I'm just revising you. The numbers attached to these things. Okay, so the chapter name is linear equations in two variables. Two variables means there should always be two alphabets. So a plus b equal to 7, or x plus 7y equal to 9. There's two alphabets, right? So there's two variables. And then linear equation means linear. See, whenever I can even write 3x squared 7x to the power of y to the power 4, right? But linear means the highest power should be 1 only. So you should have two alphabets, and then the highest power should always be 1. So that's linear equations in two variables. Literally, okay? Main meaning to it. But the next meaning is the main meaning, okay? Linear equations, linear equations in two variables represent what? So it actually represents, in a Cartesian plane, a straight line. That's what it is. Linear equations. Line. L-I-N-E. Got it? Linear equation means line. An equation which represents a line in the xy axis. So that's what it actually means. Okay? So anything which has an x, y, and a constant will always represent a line in a graph. You have to remember that. So anyway, let's get started with chapter exercise 4.1. As we go on, I'll explain more. Okay, the cost of a notebook is twice the cost of a pen. So let's say let the cost of notebook be x and the cost of pen be y. So they're saying cost of notebook is twice the cost of pen. So cost of one notebook is twice the cost of pen, right? Duita pen huilido 2y huilido x huilido notebook to hold up. So x will be equal to 2y. Got it? Right, linear equation in two variables. So this is our linear equation. We don't have a constant, so what you can do, you can just bring 2y this side. It will become x minus 2y equal to, now nothing is left here, so 0. So this is your linear equation. An equation that will represent a line in the graph. Okay, done. Next, question number 2. Express the following linear equations in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and indicate the following. Okay, the values of a and b and c. So a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, and c is the coefficient of the constant. Okay, so more itu capital linear equation na. We are starting about graph, okay, which means we are supposed to graph it in xy axis or plot it in xy axis. So we're going to use the two variables as x and y only, nothing else. Okay, so ax plus by plus c is the actual form of the linear equation, where a, b, and c are all numbers. Okay, these are not alphabets, these are representation of numbers. Don't think abc is like representing alphabet, but they're representing numbers in this case. And xy is representing the xy axis. Okay, you have to remember that. So form the equation, x plus by plus c. So I'm gonna bring this one this side, so it will become minus. Forget about it, bar side, just leave it as it is. Now this is attached with x, so a equal to 2. This is attached with y, so b equal to 3, and whatever is remaining is c. And the thing is, you have to consider the minus sign also. Always, okay. So if there's a minus sign over here, it will be minus 2. If there's a minus sign in between these two, it will be minus 3. Got it? And since there's a minus sign over between these two, c is minus 9.35. okay, for this case sorry, a is, nothing is attached here. If nothing is attached here, you can assume it's 1. So 1, and then b is, since y is here, the remaining is nothing is attached on the top, so you can assume it's 1, but there's a 5 on the denominator, so you can minus 1 by 5, and c equal to minus 10. So this one possible answer, but like you're going to be doing multiple choice only, right? So there might also, there's another possible answer, which is this same equation. We can take LCM. So 1 by x by 1 minus y by 5 minus 10 by 1 equal to 0. We can take LCM here. If I take LCM, 5 goes up, so 5x minus y minus, this is 10, so 5 tens are 50, equal to 0. 5x minus 5 minus 10 equal to 5, 0 into 5, which is 0. So you'll be left with something like this. Okay, so in this case though, a will be 5, b will be minus 1, and c will be minus 50. So you can use this also. Okay, so don't get confused in during graphs if the options, if you can't see this option. If you can't see this option, at least this option will work. Okay, anyway, let's do the next one. Roman number 4, it says x equal to 3y. So I'm gonna make it into this form, so x minus 3y equal to 0. I just bought, and since constant is not there here, a number attached to x, nothing, so you just put it 1. B is minus 3, and c you just put it as 0. Got it? The questions which I'm skipping, you're supposed to do it. Okay, so just because I'm skipping it doesn't mean. Anyway, this is Roman number 6. So here, see, this is a little tricky because it's one variable, but like it's one variable only, but we can write the other variable as long as one variable is there. Okay, because I told you it's about x and y axis, but whenever I plot a point here, it's just x, there's no value of y here, but y to 0. If I plot a point here, there's no value of x, the value of only y will be there. So we can even plot in the graph which are one variable. Okay, so in this case, since y is not there, I'm just going to put 0y plus 2 equal to 0. That way it means y to 0 as x is the line group. So a is 3. About the graph, don't worry, I'm going to be explaining in details everything in the next exercise. Okay, this is just to share the exercise on. Now we're gonna do some MCQs based on this exercise. Okay, which of the following is not a form of linear equations in two variables? So I've already told you, if there's this, though obviously it's a original form of linear equations. Here x is there but y is not there, but still we can use this because we can use plot a graph there. Nah? This also x is not there but y is there, so we can use this, we can also graph. But in this case, x is also not there, y is also not there, 0 0, only the constant is there, so we cannot use this. So that's the correct options. Second one, the cost of a pen is twice the cost of an eraser, like the way we just did. With the following equation to represent the above statement. But in this case, it's not twice, it's thrice. So like pen is x, so eraser is 3x, y, so 3y. So if you bring this side, it will become minus, so this will be our correct answer. And I guess that's it for the first exercise. Next exercise, we'll do it in the next class, and we're done.